All right, we've been at this for a week, roughly. All the fun going on in the Middle East. As expected, gas prices have gone up a bit. Nothing crazy. I don't know, less than $1. It was like $2.25 last week. Now it's around $3, so not a big deal. But of course, some people are screaming it's the worst thing ever, but it fluctuates that much throughout the year. I'm not too concerned. The missile strikes and airstrikes are continuing on both sides. More details on the 3 fighter jets of the U.S. that were shot down. They were shot down in Kuwait. At first, I assumed it was, air defense missiles, ground, surface to air missiles. But it was one Kuwaiti fighter jet that did that. It was battling drones and cruise missiles from Iran that were coming into Kuwait, and shot down 3 F-15s. None of the pilots hurt. So I'll put a link if I find it. Sandboxx, Sandboxx News, Air Power, goes by several names. Alex Hollings, I believe this gentleman's name. He covered that in a lengthy video the other day. And if you watch that, you may want to hit pause every once in a while and rewind stuff. It's like a 25-ish minute video, and he rambles off a lot of details on a lot of things that's happened the past few days in that video. So a lot of information crammed into that 25 minute video, so well worth your watch. He goes into details on that. Video I watched this morning was from Cappy Army. Chris Cappy, I believe is his name. He used to be of Task and Purpose, if I remember right. Another YouTube influencer news type thing on military actions around the world. His video is pretty good. He went into detail on how some ground war activities are starting. A little bit of a clickbait. It's mostly the Kurds in the northwest part of the country are being helped out by some shady people that do shady things like the CIA and Mossad and all that stuff. So they're trying to get a little rebellion going on. I saw a headline. I didn't bother reading it because it was just some Twitter shit poster sharing it. But there's rumors that the 82nd Airborne is getting ready. I think it was just noted that a training exercise they're going to take a part of was canceled. There could be merit to that. Or it could be typical Army stuff. Exercises get canceled at the last minute all the time, just like everything else in life. So it could be a bit of speculation, but 82nd Airborne is one of our top warfighters out there, so it's not uncommon for them to go in pretty soon. I believe in Iraq and stuff, they were one of the first, if not the first, troops that went into battle, so it could happen. As you can see, we got a little snow last night. Winter's not done. March 7th, Saturday. So that's about it. I was reading what I see, it seems Iran has slowed down on their attacks on everybody, particularly Israel, of course, but any place that has a U.S. base and other places. I think in the last video or video before, I was kind of amused that nobody is really fighting back with them, but they are taking defensive actions. I see Qatar shot down an Iranian fighter jet over their airspace, so I think that's showing some restraint by the countries that be in the area to not turn it into a bigger war than it is. But yeah, I kind of mixed feelings on that. I think if their neighbors, Iran's neighbors, would stand up and say, hey, I get it, you don't like Israel, but quit bombing our airports, our hotels, our oil refineries, or we're going to level you to the ground. I think that would be a fair request. I don't know. But it's the Middle East. It's world politics. Things are never that simple, right? And I guess that's the one thing to keep in mind. You know, all of us, myself included, can be quick to go onto social media and say, well, this is silly. Why doesn't the army just do this, or Trump just do that, or this and that? It's usually not that simple, right? There's a lot more moving pieces than we probably realize. And quite often the best intentions end up doing disastrous things. It's nothing new, right? We've been like I said before, we as in humans have been fighting in that part of the world since recorded history. It's a safe bet we've been fighting before we decided to write it down, right? So, and other parts of the world are no better. So, it's what it is. As I said in the other video where a podcaster said this war with Iran really started with the Hamas attacks on Israel. That holds more and more merit with me. It seems, at least, you know, I'm just into my 50s now, and as long as I remember, there's been fighting over there, little tit for tat skirmishes, wars that last a few months or whatever, and what we've been seeing for decades here, where the U.S. will come over and fly a few sorties, blow up a few buildings and tanks and missiles, whatever, and Iran will lob a few in return, and that's it. I think all sides involved now are like, all right, it's on. So I think this is going to be on for a while. There's now, you know, there's everyone screaming that the president can't do this without Congress approval, which is right and wrong at the same time. I don't know why, but obviously actions like this happen all the time. Direct orders from the president. Both parties do it. We know that. There was some talks this week of Congress doing something to limit Trump's powers on this fight, and that didn't get through. So I guess technically we have congressional approval for this war. I don't like saying that, but that's kind of the way it is. It's politics. That's why, whatever. It's going to keep on going. So, what else I was going to say? Oh, yeah. I believe I saw somewhere, and I only saw it just a quick blurb of it, so it may not even be true, but somewhere there was saying that another aircraft carrier is getting ready to head over in that area. The George Bush, USS George Bush. If that's true, my gut tells me it's because they're going to rotate Ford out. If you remember, Ford was sent down to the Caribbean, or the Caribbean, however you like to say it, circling around Venezuela for a few months. And then it booked it across the Atlantic to be where it is now. I think it's, is it in the Red Sea now, or the Mediterranean? I don't know. I can't keep up anymore. But anyways, I would guess if the Bush is going over there, the Ford's coming back. The crew's tired, needs to, and the ship's and the ship's tired, and the jets need maintenance. The ship needs maintenance, resupply, all that stuff. You know, they don't go out indefinitely. 6 months in doing operations like they are takes a toll on everything. So, but again, pure speculation. We'll see what happens. Just, you know, keep a level head. Don't get caught in all the sensationalization. Jeez, forgot how to talk when the sun hit me. Don't get wrapped up in all the over sensationalized, clickbaity, rage-baity shit that's out there. It'll be fine. Stay safe.